Hey everybody. On this week's edition of Fans from the South and the East Coast, I bring you a Classic Fan Company ceiling fan. Now, I didn't know much about this company. In fact, I didn't even know this company existed about like 3 years ago. Um, well, probably longer than that. It's been a while since Dan first made a video of one of these, and I first saw it and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. I wouldn't mind having one of those. So this, as you can clearly see, is a copy or a knockoff of the Hunter original. And while most Hunter original copies that you see that were made like back in like the 80s, 70s, 80s, 90s are oftentimes a lot cheaper than the Hunter original. And they're typically like basically like bad reproductions of the Hunter original. They were just going for the looks, not the quality. These are among a handful of models that fan companies made to copy Hunter that actually stand they stand up to some competition against Hunter. They are, I want to say, the legend is that these are better than the Hunter original. They're better performers. Um, I'm not going to voice my opinion because I can't really determine that well what makes a fan good and bad, and I don't know, because I like different things, but I do like this one's design. Now what they did is, this is not a relabeled Hunter fan. This is actually a, like, they, from what I understand, they themselves like contracted this to be designed and manufactured by a company in China, imported it, and I guess they put them together here in Texas, and then they sold them. So, these are not Hunter fans. They are one of a kind. Now, they did take a lot of design from Hunter. You'll see that this one does have ReverseAire blade arms, but their claim to fame is, what do they call it? They called it Reverse Flo. That's what they call it. Instead of ReverseAire, to kind of, like, I guess, break the trademark, if that even was a trademark back then. I don't even know. But the blades were sold separately from the fan motors, and you can see all that in my unboxing video of this. And I got this one brand new in the box. Well, not brand new in the box. It was sort of new old stock, I'd say. It's like new in an open box, basically. Never been used before, though, so this is the first time it's being hung. And the guy that I got it from, I talked to him for a long time about this fan, because I was so just interested in where it came from, because I told him I've been collecting ceiling fans all my life. I'd never seen one of these in this area before. And he said he most likely bought it at an old appliance store called Reliable Appliance Center, I think it was. Reliable Appliance Center, something like that. Or like Reliable Appliance House, hardware store, or something like that. I can't remember. It was Reliable something, but I have to check my notes again. But this one, apparently he bought it there when they were closing. Now, he couldn't remember if that was the right store or if it was a different store, but I was very surprised to hear that. I'd never heard of that chain before. Obviously, I haven't asked my parents yet. I haven't had a chance to talk to them, honestly. I'm too excited to hang this fan up and test it. So yeah, but they did keep a lot of design from Hunter. A few small differences they made. You can see that the vent holes in the faceplate are a little bit thinner. Actually, the cast faceplates that Hunter made had vent holes that are similar to that, but then they switched to the stamped faceplates later on that had wider vent holes. The blades are arch end, which is, I think, the most noticeable characteristic that's different. Yeah, they changed the blade arch end. And they also offer these with stencil and cane blades. This one's plain. And on the nose cap, that's something that I'm very interested as to why it's plain, because the majority of these that I've seen from the factory came with a nose cap that said Classic Fans on it, had the Classic Fans logo like the, you know, the thing that's on this box. So yeah, I don't know why this one's nose cap is just a plain flat sheet of stamped sheet metal. I don't know. So this one is model number, what is it? It's like, let me read the label. It's model ML33. That's it. I'm not sure what the ML stands for, and I'm not sure what 33 means, but yeah, it has the same. It's cast iron. It's really heavy. I think it's heavier than an original. I'm not sure. I haven't actually picked up an original in a while, so I can't really judge. I could lift the brass one back here and just confirm or compare, but whatever. I'll just start the fan up on high now. And this being a copy of the Hunter original, specifically the earlier ones, it is 2-speed instead of 3-speed. So it has that sort of same. I imagine it wouldn't be too hard to add a third low speed to this fan. So my first impressions are that it's actually, like, the blades are, like, one of them looks like it's a bit out of clock, but it's still balanced. So I guess it's self-balancing itself. That is really cool. Yeah, I can see one of those blades is, like, bent pretty far up. It might not be bent, it might just be the ReverseAire, Reverse Flo mechanism. As for airflow, I can't really say how different it is from an original. Probably because the last original I tested in here was the Art Deco one. I'd say it's about the same as an original, honestly, just judging from my memory. Maybe if I stand under it. It's definitely either meeting or exceeding the airflow of a Hunter original. So, and that pull chain is, of course, going around in a circle. Why does that always happen in videos? So that is high speed. Now, also like the older originals, it has an off speed between or an off position between the high and the low on the pull chain. So here's low speed, which is more of like a medium-ish, honestly. Now one thing, unlike the R&M originals, specifically the polished brass one that I have, this is much quieter. It is dead silent. The only noise I'm hearing is air moving. Oh, and I did make sure to put oil in it, by the way. When I first unboxed it, it actually was pretty stiff. So I put some oil in it. I ran it without the blades on for just a couple seconds to get it loosened up with the oil and run the oil through the. I don't know if this one has like a recirculation system inside of the shaft like the original does. I'm assuming it has something like that because they obviously copied Hunter. They had to copy the entire design, the oil bath design. So I'm going to turn the fan back up to high. Wait till it gets up to speed. Okay. And spin down. Can test the bearings, see how good they are. Now, being that it hasn't run since it was probably made 40 years ago in the factory back in Texas, it probably could stand to be run for a day or two just to break in the bearing. Yep, just a little stiff. It's actually, that was a longer spin down time than I thought it would be. So now I'm gonna reverse the airflow now. Instead of reversing it by reverse switch, I gotta flip the blades. It's very easy. The Hunter Adapt Air system is easier because there's like a knob like on the collar between the blades that you turn, and it changes all the blades' pitch at the same time. So, but the ReverseAire is a really neat and really handy system too. I really like it. So now we will start it up on low in reverse. Well, not reverse, but in updraft, I guess. Ooh, I think this is high. Let's try that again. I started it up on high. Oh, okay, I just realized what I did wrong. I got confused by the order of the speeds. Okay. I think this is low. Yes, this is low. Okay. That's better. It would be really cool if they made a version that was electrically reversible, so you could like reverse the blade irons and the motor speed and have it like do downdraft in reverse or something. I don't know what the point of that would be, but hey, it would be cool. So it's low speed in updraft. Turn it up to high. Oh my god, I got confused again by the speed order. Wait a second, low, off, high. Okay, it's a 4-position switch, which is confusing. Yeah, that's low again. That's high. Okay, yeah. I don't know why that's so confusing to my small brain. But there's high in reverse, anyways. Still no wobble. I am highly impressed. Probably hard to see, but it's blowing the Victorian a little bit. Yeah, you can't see it. So yeah, I can't say if this is better than an original or not, honestly. At least not 100%. I want to say it's cooler than an original just because of the sheer rare factor and like just the oddity factor, I guess. This is such a weird fan because you don't see very many of these. So, okay, that's off. I got that. Okay. I'll leave the blades in the updraft position. Actually, I can show you how to switch them or how it works. But, here's an up-close view, and I think I showed you the tag in the unboxing video, but here it is again. Classic Fan Incorporated, P.O. Box 338, Desoto, Texas, USA. Volts 120, Hertz 60, amps 1.9, model ML33, and serial number, hard to read, C1-L30482. I don't know what the date on this one would be. I'm going to guess probably like late 70s, early 80s. I'm not sure when these are from, honestly. But because these have like factors of the late 70s R&M originals, that's why I'm saying like late 70s, somewhere around then probably. Anybody who is an expert on these can weigh in. So, yeah, there's the really nice bright brass faceplate. This is actually one of, I've not seen very many of these online in brown and brass before, so I think that this is pretty, this may have been like some sort of customizable finish of some sort, some combination, I don't know. Because, I mean, like I mentioned several times, the blades were sold separately, so you could probably get the polished brass blade arms separate. But the way that the ReverseAire, or Reverse Flo, sorry, mechanism works is that there's a little pin in there, and there's no spring or anything, but you got to push it in, and then pull it back out to lock it in place so it doesn't, like, twist. I mean, it doesn't work too well, but, like, it's better than... Yes, you push it in and then lock it. It's kind of hard to do with one hand. Ugh. Keep moving you guys out of frame. Okay, see? Yeah, and then there's that little pin right there. Little pin that I guess controls where the blade is. Yes, there's the nose. Like I said, this is a metal nose. The cap is just a piece of sheet metal. This pull chain extension is not original. The original pull chain extension is over here in the box. Where is it? Here it is. It's like all crusty and dry, so I wasn't going to use it. And here's the manual again, which I read in the last video. And then I guess I can show you the top. I think I forgot to show that in the last video as well. The UL sticker right there. Made in China. Like I said, these were made overseas in China, and they imported them to America, to Texas, and assembled them. Much like Hunter. Hunter did that with the, like, R&M originals, I believe, starting in, like, the late 70s. And then there's the one that says just the blades must be 7 feet off the ground. So, yeah, I don't know what else there is to say about this one. Other than it is a very unique ceiling fan. I'm very happy to have it. I would love to install this somewhere, but I really have no place to. Oh, I got it for absolutely free as well, so that was another huge plus. So, yeah, that is the Classic Fan's original copy, 52-inch ceiling fan in brown and brass. So, thank you for watching, and more to come.